CM Punk was victorious in the lawsuit that was filed against him by Dr. Rahman. As the verdict was read in court today, Punk is not eligible to pay any money to Rahman. I guess his legal fees will be paid for. So CM Punk wins his first victory of the week. He will have his second fight. This was his legal fight. Now he will have his actual fight against Mike Jackson at UFC 225 on Saturday. So CM Punk probably done with WWE. Certainly done. I saw his video he did with WrestleZone. I don't believe we'll see CM Punk ever in the WWE ring again. I think it's just too much. I think there's, especially with this lawsuit. Had this lawsuit never happened, there's a possibility he'd return, but I think after this lawsuit, I think he'll never see him in WWE again. And when I saw that interview, it's like he's completely done with wrestling. So I doubt we'll ever see Punk again. And WWE is not in a good mood right now, since they probably backed Dr. Rahman's lawsuit right now, trying to cost Punk a lot of money. So with that said, SmackDown was definitely the second biggest story in WWE today. And SmackDown is in Corpus Christi, Texas. Without question, the worst crowd WWE goes to, especially for TV. I mean, if you're going to go to Corpus Christi, I'm not against going anywhere. Just don't make it for TV, because this crowd sucks and it ruins the TV show. You're in Texas. You went to Houston last night. You could have gone back to Houston. You could have gone to San Antonio. They already did 2 shows, 2 Raw and SmackDowns in Dallas this year, so maybe you don't want to go back to Dallas. So you could have gone to Austin. It's better than Corpus Christi. All these major cities, you have to go to this fucking Corpus Christi every year and the fucking crowd's dead. I mean, if you're going to have Roman Reigns and win the belt, may as well have it in Corpus Christi, because the crowd won't give a shit either way. I mean, at least he won't get booed. So Carmella comes out, and it's like, she has so much go-away heat with me right now. I don't want to see her anymore as champ. I think she's going to beat Asuka, and I see her holding the belt probably until SummerSlam. It's just completely go-away heat with me. I think she's absolutely horrific. I think she sucks. I don't even want to see her anymore. It's like, it's completely go-away heat. She mocked Asuka and mocked her undefeated streak being over, and saying that she was defeated. She lost at WrestleMania to Charlotte, and she lost that tag match on SmackDown a couple weeks later. Asuka comes out, and then Mandy and Sonya come out, and they challenge Asuka. Then Paige comes out, and she asks Asuka who she wants to face, and she chooses both of them. So it's Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville against Asuka in a handicap match. Asuka wins. Mandy was knocked out of the ring, and then Asuka got the Asuka lock on Sonya Deville, and she tapped out. I like Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville as a team. I think they can be good as a tag team, especially if they introduce the tag titles. I think I like Sonya Deville as kind of Mandy Rose's, her bodyguard. She protects her. It's like I think they work fine together. I think they should keep them together. And then Mandy Rose got back in the ring after the match. She hit Asuka, but Asuka laid out Mandy Rose with the spinning back fist when Carmella beat down Asuka. Hit her, finish her, so that sets up their match that no one wants to see. So you have the Miz backstage with the New Day. They're apologizing to him, and New Day comedy. They have him stick his hand in this pancake bladder, and it's just, I don't know. I thought it was just, I don't know. I mean, they go back and forth with him, and the whole pancake stuff was stupid. It's just New Day comedy. So you had Luke Harper against Carl Anderson. Anderson gets the win, so they're building him up. I don't see Anderson Gallows winning at all. I think Bludgeon Brothers are a monster tag team. I think they deserve a big push right now, because I think they've been with the company for a while, and I think they've always been a good team, so I'm happy to see them as champs. But Anderson gets the win, but I think Gallows and Harper and Ron retain it, no Money in the Bank. They showed Lana and Naomi's dance-off. It was a great dance-off. They can dance together all they want. I would never get tired of seeing them dance together. It was great. But Naomi's pissed off at Lana because she hit her with the neck breaker last night. And it's the snatcher ball. And now we have Lana and English against Jim Uso and Naomi. Fine mixed tag match. I mean, they're doing something with Lana and Naomi. I don't see Lana winning, but it wouldn't shock me. It's like, I think she's probably the third most likely. I don't see her winning, but it could happen, unfortunately. Uso pinned Aiden English, so it was what it was. Up next, you have Paige in the Office, with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles for a contract signing. Good. I mean, just doing the fucking Office. You don't need to do a damn contract signing in the fucking ring anymore. It was just comedy. I mean, Nakamura's funny, but like AJ, it's like this feud's dead. It's so disappointing. This should have been this classic feud. It could have been like this classic match or WrestleMania. It's just, I just want this feud to end. I really hope it ends. And I think AJ will retain that Money in the Bank and it'll be all over. AJ's cutting a good promo, decent promo on Nakamura, and he signs the contract. And Nakamura's pen goes out. He asks to borrow AJ's, AJ's pen, and then they fight, and like AJ slaps him. It's just comedy. Nakamura signs a contract, so they have a last man standing at Money in the Bank. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm almost, if they do another double count out, it's like, it could happen. They might do another double count, 3 straight double count outs. Oh my god. It wouldn't shock me. I could, if they do something, I wouldn't be too angry if someone cashes in. Like if it's Samoa Joe winning Money in the Bank and he cashes in on them and pins one of them to win the belt, I'll be okay with it. But if they do another fucking double count out and they do it and build up another match like at Extreme Rules, it's like, oh, they've ruined this. I mean, WWE is just, the product has been horrible these last 2 months. This whole, like, to be honest, this has been a horrible year. This year has sucked. It's been a terrible year for WWE. The product has been terrible this year. They've made more money this year because all these TV deals. It's terrible. They're getting all this money putting on the shit show. But to me, this has been, from a product quality standpoint, this has been one of the worst years they've had in many years. This has been horrible. The build-up, January, I thought the first month of the year was good. I thought the build-up to the Rumble was good. And, they had some good stuff. And then February, not as good. Got boring, and the whole road to WrestleMania sucked. Even though the matches were good that they set up, it looked like it was going to be a good show. And the build-up to WrestleMania was horrible. It was boring as fuck. And then WrestleMania was not very good. It was disappointing. And then, the Backlash show was absolutely trash, one of the worst pay-per-views ever. And then after Backlash, these last 5 weeks have been dreadfully boring. But this show itself has actually been a decent show. And next you have Charlotte and Becky. Big fan of both of them. Like seeing them go at it. They had a really good match. Very fun crowd. It's Corpus Christi, so you can't expect too much. But they were doing really well. They worked really hard. Great chemistry. They're best friends in real life, so they probably love working together. Becky Lynch gets the win. She gets to disarm her. I think she's beaten Charlotte like on SmackDown last year as well. Becky with the victory. Charlotte taps out. It's like, all the momentum Charlotte had after ending Asuka's streak, it's like it's all over. It's like, we know it's Ronda Rousey and Charlotte at WrestleMania 35 in the main event, but all that momentum she had, it's like it's all gone now. It's like, wow. They could have built her up, and they've not done a good job. And she lost cleanly to Carmella. Now she taps out to Becky. And I don't know if I doubt Becky's winning Money in the Bank. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't think you should have done that. Samoa Joe's great, even though he's being interviewed by Dasha the Robot. He's cutting a really good promo. Again, really, uses that dark, that tone. It's like he talks like he's this, just a savage. It's really good. He's great on the mic. So they said there's going to be a summit with the women for Money in the Bank. It's like, it's going to suck. Big Cass comes out. He's interviewed by Renee Young, and he's cutting a long promo on Daniel Bryan, ripping him apart. He talks about WrestleMania 30, and then he saw him win the belt back, confusing himself. Why is this pathetic little man champion? He's ripping into him. Says Backlash was a fluke. It's a long promo. It's like, I think Cass is going to win, because I don't know if Bryan's going to stay. I don't know. His contract's up in September. It's like, if they haven't signed him, they may as well not even, why push him? As much as everyone loves Daniel Bryan, if he's not going to commit to signing you with you long term, he's not going to get pushed much. You may as well just let him lose and try to hurt his, may as well bring him down. It's like, there's no sense of pushing a guy who's not committed to staying with your company for a long time. So, I think Cass is definitely going to win, and I think we'll see what they do with Daniel Bryan. I kind of hope he leaves. I think he's bored. I think he wants to go back to Indies. So, I don't know. I think this is going to be it'll be interesting to see how he's booked. So you have the gorgeous Zelina Vega backstage. I love seeing Zelina Vega. Anytime you get to see Zelina Vega, it's great. She's going back and forth to Sin Cara, and she's pissed off at what happened last week. And then she says she went to Paige, and there's a match with Almas and Cara next week, and Almas beats him backstage, and thinks to myself, man, this is the best you can ever. Andrade Cien Almas a feud with Sin Cara. I mean, it would be great for Andrade Cien Almas to work with Rey Mysterio right now, because I think Mysterio would love to work with him, but Sin Cara sucks. So main event, you have Samoa Joe, Miz, and Rusev against the New Day. Main event was fine. Big E got the victory. And he got the pin on Miz. And New Day gets the win to end the show. Fine endings for SmackDown. The show was decent this week. It was a good show. Raw was absolute utter horseshit. I think to myself, why did they put so much for Corpus Christi on SmackDown? They gave Corpus Christi a good show, but they gave Houston, a major city, a terrible show last night. Anyway, SmackDown definitely wins the war this week. Definitely a much better show than Raw. So it was a decent show. It's just WWE needs to pick it up, because I don't have much interest at all in going into Money in the Bank. But it was SmackDown was a good show tonight.